Hey y'all, welcome back to Life with Nana. I'm Nana and I'm so glad that you're here today. So today we are beginning our uh, trying to use food we have in the house in our food stores. We're participating in Three Rivers Homesteads Challenge. And so I had a ham that I had bought for Christmas, and some of the folks that were invited didn't get to come because they were sick, and so I had that. So I'm going to go ahead and cook that, get that done, and I'm going to make some potato salad. And potatoes I already had. Everything that you're going to see here is stuff I have in my food stores. Now I started out making a strawberry pretzel salad, and I've got the crust in the oven. Let me see how much time this got. Got about another minute, and then we're going to put that in the refrigerator, and well, we're going to let it cool first, and then we're going to put it in the refrigerator and let it get really cool. It's a warm day here, so normally I would set it out back on the back porch, but it is a warm day here. So I have over here. I am making a half a recipe, but I do like this filling. I like it a lot. So I'm making a full batch of this filling. So I'm using 1 8-ounce block of cream cheese that's been softened and a cup of white sugar. And we're going to mix that together. Now I'm going to get my vanilla because I did forget that. Okay, so I'm going to add just a little bit of this Watkins vanilla paste. Just 2 or 3 drops. I love this stuff. So wonderful. Okay. We have that nice and beaten together, and we're going to let that sit. I'll probably put it in the refrigerator and just let it stay cool. And oh, we do need to add our whipped topping. I forgot that part. This is a 16-ounce tub of whipped topping, and the recipe calls for an 8-ounce tub. So I'm just going to put what I think is approximately half of that. And I'm going to fold the two together. It's a little stormy here today. Unusual for this time of year. I have my potatoes boiling on the stove, and I bet my timer's going off. Okay. Y'all remember, Nana can't hear the beeping, so it was probably beeping. That's okay. This looks really nice. I love this filling. And we're going to put this in the refrigerator. So I'm going to stick this in the refrigerator so that it stays good and cool. And we're going to let the crust cool for a few minutes before I put it in there, because I'm trying to rush this along a little bit. But we don't want to try to rush it along too much, because then it'll just not turn out well. So we want to be careful. Okay, so the next thing we're going to get started on is this ham. And set all this over here because we don't need that. So I have my cast iron. Let me get where you can see it. I have my cast iron baking pan here. I love this thing. And this is going to be a little bit big, but that's okay. As it cooks, it'll go down in there. I am going to put just a little bit of water in here. Probably about a cup, maybe just a little bit more than a cup. And then we need to open this. Nana's just not prepared today. Okay, so we need to open this. Let me set this off. Get this ham where you can see it. And I love my little Pampered Chef cutting board here because it has this little groove in it. And so this ham does have water in it. I'm going to try to get it over to the sink and get this water out. Let me see if I can do that. I'm just going to cut this so that it looks pretty when it's baked. Just kind of a crosshatch pattern. And I'm being careful. I know it on film it probably doesn't look like it. Okay. So now, we'll set our cast iron piece back up here. We're going to get this ham done in there. I told you it wasn't going to fit really well. That's okay. It's going to be just fine. So we're going to take some brown sugar. And we're just going to rub it over the whole thing. And then right before it gets ready to come out of the oven, we'll take some pineapple and some cherries and put on it and make it really, really pretty. We will just cover this up. My lid wouldn't fit, but that's okay. The foil's going to keep it nice. And get our brown sugar put away. And now our ham is done. That's going in the oven. Goodness gracious. I think my potatoes are done. So we're going to get those dumped out and put into a bowl, and we're going to make our potato salad. So I have my potatoes here, and we're making chunky potato salad. And I have about a half a cup of mayonnaise, about 2 tablespoons of mustard, just your regular yellow mustard. I have some home canned dill pickle relish, and then I have some sweet pickles that we're going to chop up and put in there as well. And I've got an onion, which we'll probably use about half of it. So when I was growing up, my mom, when she made potato salad, she didn't leave the potatoes chunky. She kind of mashed them up like mashed potatoes and then added everything else. And when I met Papa, his mom, this is how she made hers. And I just loved it, and I've never gone back to the other way. I just love the chunky kind of potato salad. What kind of potato salad did you grow up with? Or had you even heard of the smooth kind of potato salad? Sometimes I think by the time I came along, I was the youngest of four, and there were 5 years difference between all of us. So by the time I came along, sometimes I think Mom just was in a hurry to get things, done, and it was just easier to whip those potatoes up than, I don't know if it was either easier or not, but anyway. So I do want to cut some of this onion up. Like I said, I'm probably going to use about half of it. I'm going to cut it relatively small. I also have 2 eggs that I boiled. And I just boiled them in with the potatoes. I don't know. That's the way my mom did it, so that's the way I do it. Saves the pan. I am not a huge fan of peeling eggs. I don't like it. So it gets on my nerves. I am such a messy cook. Everything has to go overboard. Okay. My spoon has mayonnaise on it. We're going to start out by putting the mayonnaise in. And give this a stir. Your potatoes can be cooled off if you want to. You can do like I'm doing and doing them. I'm just getting them done, This is how I would do it. This is how I do it every time. Okay, I do want to add some salt and some pepper. I use some pink Himalayan salt. And I'm almost out of pepper. So, that in there. We're going to get our mustard in there. Our pickles. If you don't like pickles, you can omit that. And our onion. And then my least favorite thing is to do the boiled eggs. So, let's get those over here. Trying to keep it where you can see. Let's see if these are going to peel easy for me. They look like they're going to do okay. Does it make you aggravated when they won't peel? It does me. Right, that one did okay. A little bit of onion overboard there. Oh. All right. Let's get these over here. And let's chop these up. And I hope these, oh yeah, these are good and done. Of course, if you don't like boiled eggs, you can omit those two. You can omit whatever you don't like. This is just the way we like it. Hey. Okay, let's see if we can get this stirred together. Your potatoes are usually so done that They're not like mashed potatoes, but they're not like chunky potatoes either. And of course, some people like more mustard and some people like more mayonnaise. It doesn't matter. However you like it, it's just fine. That looks really good. Okay. Let me get me a fork here and see if this needs some salt. I think it needs just a little more salt. And a little more pepper. And I'm going to put a little bit of granulated onion powder. And some granulated garlic powder. I think that's going to make it taste so good. Perfect. That is super good. Love it. It's been a while since I've made potato salad. It's going to be so good. All right. Now I'm going to wipe the edge of my bowl. And I'm going to let this cool off for just a few minutes. Before I put it in the refrigerator. I want it to cool just maybe 5 minutes because those potatoes were pretty hot. All right, let's see about this. So we have our crust out on the back porch. It's cooled off all of a sudden out there. So these storms coming in are probably bringing in some cooler air. So anyway, we've got it out there. I've got my filling in the refrigerator cooling down. And now I'm going to make the Jell-O topping part. This kind of needs to set up just a little bit too. So I'll probably just set it out on the back porch also. So, I'm going to get our Jell-O in here. This is 1 cup of boiling water. We're going to stir this until the Jell-O has dissolved. And then, that's looking pretty good. And then we're going to put in a carton of sliced frozen strawberries with the sugar. And these, I've had these sitting out for about an hour. So they're thawing. When I get them in this hot water, though, they'll really thaw. So, and I find that a fork is easier to break this up. So, all that in there. This is going to help your Jell-O to gel. We don't want it to get completely gelled. We just want it to be somewhat gelled. Because if you pour it on the top of your filling like this, it will kind of go up and under the filling, and that's not a good thing. All right. Now I got this bowl out, and I was going to put it in there, but I've decided I'm just going to set this out there in the pan. Get my lid, and we're going to set it out back on the porch and just let it start cooling down a little bit. We don't want it to completely gel, so we don't want to put it in the refrigerator. So I'm going to go do that. When everything is cooled and I'm ready to put this together, I'll bring you back. Okay, so my crust is cooled off, and I think it's looking really well. Let's get the filling. So here's my filling. I keep trying to get it where you can see me good. Okay. Stir this around. Now, what we're going to do is, this is just crushed pretzels with butter. We put it in the oven, heated it up to form our crust. In here, I have a cup of sugar, an 8-ounce block of cream cheese, and some vanilla. And we're going to start putting that in here. We don't want it to pick up the bottom, but sometimes it does. And I still have the Jell-O on the back porch cooling down. And what we'll do is we'll put this in the refrigerator and let this sit for 15 or 20 minutes. And then we'll get our Jell-O and put that on there. It is trying to pull up from the bottom just a little. That's okay. You know, not everything goes perfect, but that's all right. This is real cooking here, right? Absolutely. We're going to get this in here. We're going to do the best we can. It's going to be wonderful. Papa specifically asked for this after I had made some for Christmas. This seems like a holiday dish. I don't know why I don't make it more, but because we both love it so much. But isn't that the way it is? We save the best for holidays. Why don't we do things all throughout the year? I don't know. So we're going to put this in the refrigerator, and in just a few minutes, that's going to be cool enough to bring back in and pour over the top of it. And then we'll put it in the refrigerator until it completely sets. So I think this is finally cool enough that we can put it together. And so I have my crust on the bottom and my filling in the center there. And we're ready for the strawberry Jell-O topping. It's looking pretty good. And you just pour this over the top easily. There we go. That's beautiful. And we're going to put some plastic wrap on the top of this and put it in the refrigerator and let it completely gel. And it will be phenomenal. We have our ham here, and I'm going to show you a close-up of this at the end of the video. We also have our strawberry pretzel salad. We have some leftover green beans and our potato salad. So it's wonderful. And I just had to have a little bitty bite of this ham. Just a little bit, just to taste it. Little bitty bite. That is so, so good. And a little bit of the potato salad. I've been craving potato salad. That is so, so good. So I know this is good, so I'm not going to dig around in that. But I can't wait to have this for our meal tomorrow. Tomorrow's Sunday, and this is going to be our Sunday meal. So I'm so proud of you. Nana loves you. Be kind. just remember, you always have a friend here, and we love you. Mwah. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.